It's crazy with the Clippers because they're actually employing a zone to try to stop him, which is crazy to think about considering the Clippers are supposed to have two of the best man-to-man wing defenders in the league. So you
Hmm.
kind of have to wonder, like, is this team really built to be a champion? Like,
Let me put you on game.
but let's talk about another team that you have in the finals. How are you feeling about Utah and LA, the series so far?
Spider is going off. Donovan Mitchell is a Black Widow spider, and he is a killer, and he's having exceptional performances,
Yeah.
especially from three with shot making ability. I mean, he's making alligator arms Luke Kennard look real small out there. And I love the way Utah's attacking him, especially when, especially on defense. It's like every
Yeah.
time he's on the floor, they're like, "Hey, we smell barbecue chicken alert." He put number 45, put up 45 in game one, put Utah on his back, and just put a statement performance out there. And
Yeah.
I thought that Utah, they started to LA for the actually started to adjust. They started to put Kawhi on Mitchell a little bit more to calm him down, especially in game two, because Mitchell put up what 29 in the first half, 30 in the first
Yeah.
half on five made threes, and he was just doing everything and anything he wanted on the floor. The Clips, I give him credit. They've been fighting back. Kawhi's been showing up game in and game out, trying to do his best as a two-way player. But unless they get serious about limiting Mitchell's offensive potential and just playing the rest of the guys straight up, this could be a shorter series than than either of us expected. And it remains to be seen as to whether or not LA can do their thing at home. You know, playoff P, he showed up again in game one for a mighty 4 of 17 shooting night.
No, man.
And just a head scratcher of a game. I just don't I don't understand. I don't understand him. Reggie Jackson has been showing up though. He's been making a name for himself. And the most disappointing thing for me to see in game one was the last second shot that the Clippers had to at least tie the game up. And the ball went from, I believe, from Jackson to Paul George to Kawhi to Marcus Morris for the last shot.
Yeah, and that's
Ty
never
Lue
what you
did.
want to see. Yeah.
That's not what you want to see. In the last second shot of the game, you have the LA decides we're not going to call a timeout. We like this advantage in this position, and the Clippers just could not muster an offensive possession to win the game. And it's really disappointing to see that. And it just shows how lacking of leadership they are down the stretch. They don't have guys to get them into the right spots. And Kawhi was disappointingly not as aggressive as I wanted him to be in that situation.
Yeah. Yeah, he has to be the guy. But like you said, Donovan Mitchell has been transcendent. He's unstoppable regardless of who's guarding him. They can't stop him from getting to wherever he wants to get on the court. He's scoring from all three levels.
Yeah.
He's averaging 41 a game over the first two games on 50% from the field, 40% from three. Uh, it's crazy with the Clippers because they're actually employing a zone to try to stop him, which is crazy to think about considering the Clippers are supposed to have two of the best man-to-man wing defenders in the league. So you
Mm-hmm.
kind of have to wonder, like, is this team really built to be a champion? Like, or are they just going to be a second round exit and at best like a Western Conference Finals team, which they mortgage their future to be a championship team. So it's kind of a head scratcher that they haven't really been able to get to that point yet. But like you said, Paul George has to be better. Like he's putting up 24 a game, but he's still currently only 35% from three and from the field.
Yeah.
So,
Oof.
and his playoff performances really haven't been great. I think I saw a stat on I believe it was TNT. It said that he's third all time in terms of the number of playoff games where he shot under 25% from the field.
That's crazy.
So he's clearly had issues in terms of shooting the ball when it comes to the playoffs. But with Kawhi has to be the guy. Like
Yeah.
if the Clippers are gonna go where they have to go, he has to be the guy. He was incredible in the Dallas series. In the 4 Clipper wins, he shot 100% from the field. He didn't miss when they won in those fourth quarters. So
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
and he was 32, 8 and 5 on the series. He shot 60% from the field, 40% from 3, and 90% from the line. So
Yikes.
he
That's
was a killer, a robot, as they like to say. So he's got to be, because there's so much inconsistency around him, like Reggie Jackson, who has a good game one game and is not so great the next game, and PG, who has those issues as well. Kawhi is going to have to be that guy. Kawhi is going to have to be the guy. He's going to have to be, he's capable of it, but if they're going to win this series, or at least at the very least get back into it, he's going to have to be transcendent. But
yeah.
I mean, that remains to be seen. We're recording this on Saturday. It's going to come out on Monday, so these series could flip, but right now it's not looking great for the Clips.